Jim the Ape Want Proof. Hello again, humans. It is I, Jim the Ape, and today I wanted to add another dead horse to my collection with
Well, that was fucked. What did I do wrong?
Whoa. What the fuck was that?
Fuck me sideways. No wonder it didn't work. I need a human body for possession, not fucking Harambe. Didn't you get shot in the face?
I kind of feel like I did. But unfortunately for you, I'm the only living thing around here right now. My pet human's at his shitty job. And who you calling Harambe? Bitch, you look like a reject of the brain guys from MST3K.
I don't know what the fuck that is. Don't you have a building to climb in New York City?
Hey, I will climb up on your house and start breaking shit like I'm playing Rampage. Nice tower, by the way. How's Hogwarts this time of year?
Harry fucking Potter? Those are fighting words, monkey. I will destroy you!
Oh yeah? Bring it on, you Merlin wannabe with Down syndrome. I will beat the living shit.
Do you believe that good and evil exist?
Wait. The fuck are you watching?
That's the video I was going to respond to today before I was so rudely interrupted.
Ah, I see. What's it about?
How if you don't believe in the Judeo-Christian God, you have no basis for claiming that murder is objectively morally wrong? Sorry, spoiler alert.
Well, that's fucking retarded.
Yep.
Well, I suppose I owe you something. Considering that the magic I just tried to use to transfer my consciousness into your world most likely gave you cancer. Would you like help ripping this bitch a new one?
Sounds good to me. Let's do this. Wait, did you say cancer?
Do you believe that good and evil exist?
As concepts, yes, but not as objective, measurable facts. I think the more appropriate distinction to make would be between harmful actions and actions that are either neutral or beneficial to society. Granted, there's a gray area, and some actions can be beneficial for a few people, but harmful to many others, or harmful to a few, but beneficial to many others. But that's my take on it. What do you think, Hot Topic Palpatine?
Well, of course there's good and evil. We have instincts, don't we? When someone we love or care about is murdered, it doesn't feel good. We can at least agree on that. I would be worried if we all walked around indifferent to everything happening around us. Has nothing to do with the gods. Even I have some feelings. In my penis.
The answer to this question separates Judeo-Christian values from secular values.
Yes. Clearly there are no other values besides those two. No other religions exist. For fuck's sake, Christianity does not have a monopoly on morals and values.
Let me offer the clearest possible example. Murder. Is murder wrong?
Well, considering that the legal definition of murder is the unlawful killing of a human being with malice aforethought, not necessarily premeditation, by the way, I'd say yes, murder is very wrong.
Is it evil?
Well, that depends on who I'm murdering. I mean, what are you, the cops?
Nearly everyone would answer yes, but now I will pose a much harder question. How do you know?
It cuts short the life of another person against their will, it destroys any potential good they might have done had they gone on living, and despite what your bullshit fairy tale tells you, it snuffs out their very existence. Granted, there are some instances where killing someone can serve a greater purpose, like self-defense, or the police shooting an armed and dangerous criminal. But those are not murder. Those are justified and lawful killings.
But what photographs could you show? What measurements could you provide that prove that murder or rape or theft is wrong?
I can demonstrate the harm that each of these crimes causes to the victims and to the families of the victims. I can show you statistics about the negative effects of each crime, how murder rates affect other aspects of life in certain geographical areas where it's higher, how rape victims often commit suicide, how theft occurs most in heavily impoverished neighborhoods. And if you have an ounce of empathy, you'll understand how all of that equals these actions being ultimately harmful. And that is as good as calling them wrong or evil in my book.
In a secular world, there can only be opinions about morality.
Opinions about morality are not exclusive to a God that either does or does not exist. Can we not have opinions about morality despite our beliefs? These things can stand apart from one another. Whether you believe that morality comes from a God, or whether it comes from somewhere else, we're still discussing morality, are we not?
Also, to add to your point, the only way we can hear about what God's view of morality is from people like this crusty old piece of shit. How convenient that an all-knowing, all-loving, all-powerful God will send people to a fiery pit for all eternity for not believing what he had to get spokespeople to tell them about.
Fiery pit brings back childhood memories. Oh, the good old days. Your God sure does know how to keep his children in line. Just like Mummy.
They may be personal opinions or society's opinions, but only opinions.
Technically, yes, but if society's opinion is that murder is wrong and you murder someone, guess what? You're going to prison, asshole! That's like our world's version of a dungeon, by the way.
Oh, I know what a prison is, ape. It's where sodomy happens.
Every atheist philosopher I have read or debated on this subject has acknowledged that if there is no God, there is no objective morality.
Bullshit! You didn't name any names or cite any sources. And besides, I'm here to present you with this counter to that statement. Even if there is a God, his morality is subjective too.
Judeo-Christian values are predicated on the existence of a God of morality. In other words, only if there is a God who says murder is murder wrong?
Dude, have you read the Bible? Your God burns entire cities to the ground, kills the firstborn children of Egypt, as well as sending plagues and pestilence and famine, not to mention the time he flooded the entire planet and killed almost everyone on it except for a drunken asshole, his family, and 2 of each animal.
I see. So your God is a do as I say, not as I do type of God. Good to know the gods are fickle no matter what dimension.
Okay, I think we should skip his long-winded clarifications about how you can be an atheist and still be a good person, or you can be a Christian and be a bad person, because that pretty much sums it up, and it saves us some time.
The existence of God only ensures that good and evil objectively exist and are not merely opinions.
You seem obsessed with the distinction between objective fact and opinion, as though anything that isn't the former can just be dismissed outright. But the subjective moral opinions of people led to the abolishment of slavery, the end of racial segregation, equality for women, which feminists don't seem to notice that they have, and more recently, the federal recognition of same-sex marriage. And whether you agree with all of those things or not is just like your opinion, man. But I happen to think that those were all landmark achievements in the ongoing advancement of society.
Without God, we therefore end up with what is known as moral relativism, meaning that morality is not absolute, but only relative to the individual or to the society.
Yes, moral relativism can be bad. People are capable of wicked shit. And of course, believing that God is on your side is a way to justify terrible actions. But you don't say shit about that, do you? Wait. Is your God speaking to you right now? Is he telling you to say these things? Ape, back away very slowly. Try not to spook the crazy person.
Without God, the words good and evil are just another way of saying I like and I don't like.
No, they most certainly are not synonymous. I like pizza, and I don't like stupid people. Does that mean I think pizza is inherently a force for good? Well, kind of, but does it mean I think stupid people are evil? No. You are free to not like pizza, and people are free to like stupid people like you. Neither is a question of morality. As I've said before, I would define good and evil as actions that are beneficial on the whole versus actions that are harmful on the whole.
Heh, on the whole. That's what she said.
Yes, that's hilarious. Moving on.
Now, many will argue that you don't need moral absolutes. People won't murder because they don't want to be murdered. But that argument is just wishful thinking.
Says you, crazy person. I think you're wishful thinking as well. The man in the sky has your back, does he? Ha! You'll see.
It is not a coincidence that the rejection of Judeo-Christian values in the Western world by Nazism and communism led to the murder of all these innocent people.
Gott mit uns. Those 3 words are all it takes to refute this bullshit notion that Hitler was some crazy atheist who wanted to destroy the church. Those words were engraved on the belt buckles of German soldiers during World War II. And in case you don't sprechen Sie Deutsch, it translates to God with us. Not to mention, Hitler's first major dealing as Führer was with the Catholic Church.
It is also not a coincidence that the first societies in the world to abolish slavery, an institution that existed in every known society in human history, were Western societies rooted in Judeo-Christian values.
It's funny you mention that, because the Bible not only fails to condemn slavery, but it also condones it and gives instructions to slave masters on how to beat their slaves. I won't bother doing all the legwork and finding all the verse references for you, but the first one that sticks out is Ephesians 6:5. Also, if you're talking about America, it was specifically founded as a secular nation because the founding fathers were trying to get away from the tyrannical rule of the Church of England. Hence, the Establishment Clause of the First Amendment, the Treaty of Tripoli, etc.
And so were the first societies to affirm universal human rights, to emancipate women, and to proclaim the value of liberty.
This magic book, the Bible, sounds like a good read. Filled with evil shit. Tell me, does it debase women as well?
Yep, and there are entire videos by atheist YouTubers dedicated to demonstrating that fact.
In the New York Times in March 2015, a professor of philosophy confirmed this. He wrote, "What would you say if you found out that our public schools were teaching children that it is not true that it's wrong to kill people for fun? Would you be surprised? I was." The professor then added, "The overwhelming majority of college freshmen view moral claims as mere opinions."
What professor said that? Is that a direct quote? What's the context? I don't know because you didn't give any citations, and I'm not going out of my way to look for it because I'm a lazy asshole.
Well, at least you admit it.
Yeah. But anyway, there goes that opinion word again. I should have counted how many times you said it. I've already explained that even if there is a God, all he, she, or it has is another subjective opinion on morality. But furthermore, all you've done in this video is give your moral opinion that any opinion on morality besides your own, I mean your God's, is just an opinion and not fact. Well, guess what? Neither is anything in your video.
So then, whatever you believe about God or religion, here is a fact. Without a God who is the source of morality, morality is just a matter of opinion.
That is not a fact. That is your opinion. It is your opinion on opinions. But you said it was a fact. This irks me. All you have is conjecture. Irksome conjecture.
Don't worry. He's almost done.
So, if you want a good world, the death of Judeo-Christian values should frighten you.
No, what frightens me is the extension of Judeo-Christian values. The third installment in the series, if you will. Hint, it's the thing that has people going around in modern times doing the things your religion did hundreds, if not thousands, of years ago. The kind of barbarism that Sorcerer Nachos Supreme over here would really enjoy.
I will not insult you back, Harambe. I draw the line at making fun of cancer patients. My magic gave you cancer.
Oh fuck, I forgot about that. It better not have, you even gayer version of Dumbledore. I liked you better when you were getting zapped in the crystal balls. Well, I guess that means we're both evil because, as we just learned today, not liking something and it being evil are the same thing. The more you know. Anyway, that's pretty much the end of the video. I would like to thank Magog of Morskar for opening a magic window into our world, trying and failing to possess my sexy body, and instead staying to help me beat this long dead horse into oblivion.
Yes, well, I would thank you. But I do believe this retarded video you just showed me gave me the shits. When I finally find a way to cross the veil into your world, and I conquer it, I'll be paying you back tenfold.
Good luck with that? Anyway, thanks again. You guys probably already know the drill. Like this video, share this video, comment, subscribe, click the bell icon to jump through YouTube's bullshit hoops and turn on notifications. And of course, the most helpful thing you can do would be to support Magog and or myself on Patreon. As always, thank you for watching. I'll catch you next time. Stay great, apes.